Hopefully, but like the way Luis Enrique's got them now, they look. You know, people talk about Kylian Mbappe not being there. They seem like more of a team. They are more of a team, especially I think Vitinha in the midfield alongside Fabian. Amazing up front with the pace that they've got and the creativity they've got. Goalkeeper, a very good goalkeeper. I do feel that you can get something out of him, but they obviously Arsenal done well against them in the earlier rounds. But I think that they're two different teams. I think Arsenal are a different team at this stage as well. I think it's very, very finely balanced this one, in respects of who's going to win it, because like it's such a tantalising fixture.
Small moments. Sorry,
that's what it's going to be.
I think if you're an Arsenal player watching Villa go at them second half, you're going, oh. Because everyone's been hyping PSG, and they have played really well against Liverpool. And you think, good side, you know. But any side can be got at if you've got the confidence. And Arsenal, the best thing about Arsenal I've seen the whole season was that performance in Madrid. Not because they won the game, because they went, do you know what, we'll do the same as we did at home, we'll go bam.
Bam,
We weren't scared of them.
Yeah.
And Madrid were about, oh, here we go again. Because Arsenal's power and relentless. And I think if Arsenal go, you know what, PSG, bam.
Yeah, let's go and get them.
You haven't got better forwards than Madrid. We've got the best defence in the Premier League. You know, Arsenal have always been good defensively, good shape. If we go bum against them, I feel like you can make chances.
Yeah, I think the way they humbled Madrid, they'll take a lot of heart from that.
Yeah.
And I just feel personally, they've got too much resilience for PSG. If they just keep a couple at the back and don't fully commit, it's when you commit against PSG that the legs can hurt you. They're getting behind you, can't they? But Arsenal is so well drilled at the back.
I think, Kels, just quickly, with Real Madrid, I think the reason why they've got such a hold on the competition is they've got individuals that can just bam and do it for you. They're not that organised going back or like coming back and defensive.
And they could give themselves a really nice cushion as they head to Paris for the second leg, having that first leg at the Emirates. It's sometimes seen as a benefit to be at home in the second leg, but this time round it might just work in Arsenal's favourites to be at home in the first leg. So Arsenal still have the Champions League.
It does, and you sense it. You sense the energy, the enthusiasm, that is something unique. Probably one of the biggest games that the Emirates have seen since we built it. And full of energy, enthusiasm, and can't wait to play the game tomorrow.
It's incredible to think that Arsenal never won this trophy, bearing in mind the success that they've had. So what would that mean to you? And also, bearing in mind the season that you've had, just what would it mean to win the European Cup?
Yeah, especially with the circumstances that we had this season and how we have overcome a lot of issues and challenges, and the fact that the team is here. As one of the 4 best teams in Europe. It tells about the mindset, the spirit, and how much we really want it. So, yeah, we are making history. It's a beautiful story right now, but we want much more.
Sam, Telegraph.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
We saw how the team invested so much emotional energy, and the crowd as well, into that Real Madrid game and the atmosphere here. Is it a case of just doing that again? I mean, is it that simple?
Tomorrow more, I told them, and I'm not exaggerating when I said, guys, bring your boots, bring your shorts, bring your T-shirts, and let's play every ball together. You know, you want to do something special, that place has to be something special, something that we haven't seen. And I really hope that everybody that comes tomorrow to the Emirates and everybody's watching and following us, it brings that energy with them.
Dave, Guardian.
Do you feel the weight of history? Arsenal obviously never won this tournament, and it's only the 3rd semi-final. Is that sort of a big part of this?
You feel it, especially because we have, fortunately, a lot of people that has worked at the club for many, many, many years, and they've never been in this position, you know, so that tells you how unique and beautiful it is. And, yeah, it's the nicest competition for any European club. We never done it, so we need to earn the right to be in that final, and everything is going to start tomorrow.
And in terms of PSG, they've been absolutely excellent all season, but certainly since the turn of the year. And yet Villa showed that maybe they can be vulnerable. I mean, do you take anything from what Villa did in that second leg?
Yeah, obviously you learn a lot from every game. Is different. I think the context and results from both games are very, very different. The same with Liverpool. But what I take as well, a lot of things from the game that we played here. You know, and we understand how strong they are as a team, the individuals that they have. But we have the same. So when you get to this stage, I think the margins and the difference between the two teams is not big. Is the mindset, is the attitude, and how we're going to play the game tomorrow.
Alex from TNT.
Mikel, for a lot of the Arsenal fans, the atmosphere in the Emirates for the Real Madrid game was probably the greatest they felt at the Emirates, let alone maybe ever at the club. Would you say the connection between the team and the fans is the strongest it's ever been since you were here as a player and your 5 years as manager?
Yes. I think since I experienced and I was part of this as a player, 100%, and hopefully it will be much better because it's very improvable still. And building your own story and having the experiences that we had lately together, I think it's going to make that relationship and that connection even stronger. And tomorrow we have a massive opportunity as well, as a club, as supporters, to demonstrate who we are and how far we still want to get together.
Go to John from the BBC. John Murray.
Mikel, in that second half at Villa Park, Luis Enrique said that no other team had dominated PSG like they did, but they had to take risks at the time. So tell us a little bit about how you are brave against this team.
Well, I think you've seen it firsthand, the way we approach the game against Real Madrid, the way we approach the game when we played them before, the way we approach every week. That's not going to change. That's who we are, is our biggest strength. And the good thing as well about us is that we are able to adapt to very different contexts. And we have shown that again this season, because sometimes you don't want to, but the teams are able to take you to a different game and feeling comfortable playing that game and overcoming that game to put yourself in a position that you play more the game that you want is a big strength. And I think this season, again, we have demonstrated that we have the capacity to do that.
And obviously, second leg, you have to go to the Parc des Princes, which is a daunting prospect. However, what do you take from having...
Mikel Arteta provided the latest team news ahead of Arsenal's Champions League clash with PSG at the Emirates Stadium. Mikel Arteta was speaking to the press in the unusual pre-match press conference location of the Emirates Stadium. A couple of hours after Luis Enrique had addressed the media in the same seat, the Gunners' boss gave the latest on his team. The open training session had indeed revealed that both Mikel Merino and Ben White had taken part in training. A considerable boost, especially after neither were fit enough to take part in the 2-2 draw with Crystal Palace. Asked for an update on the team's fitness, Arteta said, Mikel Merino and Ben White we know as well. We lost Thomas Partey unfortunately late on. Ben and Mikel were able to train. Let's see if they are able to start tomorrow. Richie Calafiri not able to train. This will come as a disappointment regarding the latter, as Arteta had been hopeful that Calafiri might be ready to come back for this tie. Perhaps for the second leg he will be available. Merino is a huge boost as he was critical to Arsenal's masterclass over Real Madrid in both legs, while White will offer Jurrien Timber competition and some tactical opportunities for Arteta. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta is urging his players to believe they can win the Champions League for the first time because they have already beaten the best opposition you can face in the competition, defeating defending champion Real Madrid 5-1 on aggregate in the quarterfinals, after victories home and away, has raised expectations that Arsenal can go all the way. Arteta acknowledged everyone associated with Arsenal is feeling the weight of history heading into the semi-finals against Paris Saint-Germain, starting with the first leg at Emirates Stadium on Tuesday, and he wants his team to embrace that. Asked whether Arsenal should be classed as the tournament favorite after its displays against Madrid, Arteta said they have generated enthusiasm and possibilities no one probably expected. But when you look at our history, and you go back to our history, we have never done it, he said. So there is so much to do. Hopefully, if someone believes we can do it, it's because of the performances and what the team is transmitting against big opposition. Arsenal lost the Champions League final to Barcelona in 2006 and in the semi-finals to Manchester United in 2009, and hasn't been back to the last four since. There's a lot of people working at the club for many, many years, and they've never been in this position, Arteta said. That tells you how unique and beautiful it is. It is the biggest competition, the European Cup, and we've never done it. We need to earn the right to be in that final. Arteta is taking inspiration from Arsenal reaching the Women's Champions League final for the first time since 2007 after beating record 8-time champion Lyon 4-1 on Sunday. It's incredible what they have done, Arteta said. To achieve it in the manner they have done it, they've shown the road, the pathway, how we can do it. In a rallying cry, Arteta urged fans to bring your boots, your shorts, your t-shirts, and let's play every ball together against PSG in the hope of recreating the atmosphere at the Emirates for the first leg against Madrid, which Arsenal won 3-0.